Hey everyone, it's Dr. Scott. I wanted to walk you guys through how to do timesheets on the new BearTrax system. Before I get started, I just want to say thank you all for your hard work. I've had several students in the classes that I'm teaching pull me aside and say that they really appreciate the math tutoring and the writing tutoring that they've received so far. So thank you very much. I also want to make sure you guys get paid accurately and on time. So we're switching to this new BearTrax system, which is kind of it's a paperless system, which is great in some ways, but it's new and it's a little funky in other ways. So I kind of want to walk you through how to do this, and I think this video covers most of what you need to know. I had somebody in the library pull me aside and show me how they're doing their timesheets, and ours should look pretty much the same. To get started, you need to find a website, or not website, you need to find an email that looks a lot like this. And what it is, it's the folks at Oracle who, this is their software, BearTrax. They've had to reset the passwords a couple times, and this most recent one, and I think almost everybody got it on this Monday. You have your user ID and you have a temp password. Alright, so you need to find that email to have your temporary password if you haven't already kind of logged into BearTrax already. Alright, so how do you log into BearTrax? Well, here you can get it from this place, shawnee.edu/BearTrax, and you click this little icon. I have no idea why they're spelling it wrong, spelling it incorrectly. So they're trying to save money. An X is cheaper than a CK, as whatever. Alright, to enter timesheets, I think time is really the only function you guys are going to need in order to do timesheets and for the summer. So you click on time, and this field should kind of open up, and it's basically you're entering in the times that you worked. The thing that's kind of nice about this is, like, if you're working for the Writing Center and you're doing bridge tutoring, or if you're working for the Math Lab and doing bridge tutoring, you don't have to do two separate timesheets. You just enter it all here, and I'll show you how you do that. So let's say we're, for today, Wednesday, let's say you worked at 11 or something like that, so you just click on the time, or you can just click anywhere during the day and you can set the time the way you want. So let's say you worked 11 to 1 o'clock p.m. and you have to type in the p.m. It's a little finicky like that. You have to tell BearTrax what position this was for. So again, if you're working in the Math Lab and bridge tutoring, you should have a drop down that says bridge tutoring or student success center tutoring. That's what you do for bridge. And then there should be something for Math Lab or for Writing Center. So they're two separate things. So you want to make sure that you're kind of putting the time in the right place. So I don't have those options here because I'm a professor, so I have associate professor here. Hours type. Yours should just say regular. I don't know what the hell this other stuff is. School closure. So those are the times that I have. I want to do save and close. And here we are, 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock, school closure, blah, blah, blah. Dr. Polly's going to get weird email messages about me here in a minute. So once you're done entering your times, and you want to do that for 2 weeks, that's last week. You use these arrows up here to go by weeks. Week of the 26th, week of July 1st. That's the pay period that we're in. Fill in the timesheets, fill in your time for tutoring these last 2 weeks. I also want you to add time for the orientation we had several weeks ago. Add that on a day that you currently don't have. Add it for like Monday the 3rd or something like that. So you have your time there. For the orientation, there was also the orientation that was last Tuesday. You want to add that as well. I want you guys paid for the hours that you work for the bridge program. If there's any other time, like if you met with Sally, or if you met with one of the faculty members, the other faculty members, make sure that time is reflected as well. If it starts to get a little crazy, we have a ton of hours, I need to know about that in advance, but I want you guys paid for the hours that you work. So once you've got all the hours in, review and submit. And I'm not sure if there's another step beyond this. I think it's save and close. But before you save and close it, which I think sends it to your supervisor, which I think is going to be me, and we approve it, I want you to print this off, because this is our first time doing this, and I want to make sure that if there's any problems, you guys are covered, and we have like a backup that we can go to and say, you know, these are the tutoring hours for the bridge program, and we need to make sure that they get paid on time. Okay, so print that off. Make sure you get that to me by the end of this week. And I think that's it. We have a little time early next week to do timesheets, so if there's problems, don't freak out. We'll figure it out. But do let me know straight away if there's any problems. All right, I think that's it for now. Thanks again for all your hard work. We appreciate it, and I'll talk to you soon.